This is one of those watches where you initially think about the high retail price, just to find out that it's actually quite affordable. Let me explain. I often talk about affordable watches on my channel, and affordable means something different for every one of us, as I usually show you high-end watches which cost tens of thousands of dollars or even hundreds or even millions of dollars. Featuring a watch which is below $10,000 feels affordable. I try to really curate my videos and shine a light on watches and brands which I read about, study and meet the people behind them. Today is another video like this. This brand from Qatar made a watch worthy of a much higher price point than what they charge. Whenever I show a watch under $5,000, it resonates with you guys, and after a lot of consideration, I think some of you might like this one as much as I do. Unveiled at Watches and Wonders this year, the Eclipse marks the brand's inaugural timepiece, designed for a global audience, blending the brand's Qatari and Arab cultural heritage with contemporary watchmaking aesthetics. Although Beda'a officially launched as a brand in 2024, its origins trace back to 2016, when it began as the watchmaking division of a luxury goods company headquartered in Doha, Qatar. Buying a watch is becoming more and more difficult, not because there are no options on the market, but because I feel there are too many of them. I have a feeling as if every week a new brand is born. This can be a bit overwhelming when you're choosing which watch to add to your collection next. I usually follow my gut and my initial reaction to whatever comes out. When I first saw the Beda'a Eclipse, I realized that there is still space for fun design, details and creativity for an attainable price point. The watch was created by their CEO and creative director Sohaib Magan, the creative mind behind his own watch brand, whose designs really speak to me as well. You can see them here. Definitely a man with a plan, as well as a good taste and sense for what's missing on today's market. The fun begins with the box of the watch. It is made with 3D printed plastic and nylon PA, with of course leather inserts, and is in the shape of the moon. This is one of the rare occasions where I would also exhibit the box in my living room. Once I put it on my wrist, I started to notice all the special features I didn't expect for a watch of 2000 Swiss francs. First of all, the dial. To not complicate it too much, it features a wandering hour display with a mysterious minute indicator going around the middle part. I like this particular display of time, not to be confused with the jump hour mechanism. Here the hours slowly pass, hence we have a bigger window. This way you can see the current hour and which hour is coming next. This mirror polished frame around the hour window also has a small pointer on the bottom for showing the center of the frame, of course. The blue numerals below it are wonderful, a very vivid color and a nice font which I haven't seen before. Have you? If you're wondering about the seconds hand, Sohaib wanted to put some movement into the dial. This way you immediately see if it's running or not. He opted for a thin 10-second indication or passing of time. I wasn't so sure about it, but after I wore it for a while, I started to like it. It felt like a game, to see once the hand passes if the next one will come up. It's also small enough to not really be too much in your face. The middle part covering or protecting the time is made out of stainless steel. It is bead blasted to give it this nice grainy texture, as well as beveling around the periphery of it. It's the so-called celestial shield. Just enough finishing to elevate the design. It is on the outside of the sapphire crystal, not on the inside. The minute hovers slowly around this so-called shield, and with a uniquely designed triangular shape. This watch gives me very architectural vibes, and I'm all for it. The lowest point of the dial is this finely textured white mini track with blue markers and indents at 3, 6 and 9 o'clock. Once I went closer with my camera, I started really to see how the texture behaves in light and how grainy it actually really is. The brand's name is featured here at 11 o'clock and the model name at 1:30 o'clock. I'm happy Sohaib didn't put the name on the middle part of the shield. I like this clean look way more. To add some more design elements to the mini track, you can find an applied and polished 12 o'clock index here, which is sunken into the white dial. I had to do some time-lapse videos, guys, of course, to really show you how this wandering hours mechanism works. It's very smooth and mysterious. It is not until you tilt the watch when you see the actual blue ring the triangular index is part of. And below it I found another surprise. This watch honoring the name Eclipse has lots of superluminova. It is painted another level below the mini track, and it glows really strong. So the name Eclipse is inspired by stargazing, which is something people do a lot in the desert, of course in Qatar and other places. So when the superluminova shines, you only see a ring which goes around this middle shield, and hence it looks like an eclipse, dark in the middle and illuminated around the periphery of it. Creating a new watch like this is very difficult, especially when you set yourself a retail price of 2000 Swiss francs, a Swiss movement and Swiss assembly. The watches are assembled around where I live here in Zurich. And the movement power in this watch is in Salita SW300 only 3.6mm thin, making the thickness of the watch to a total of only 8.1mm. Considering the exciting time display, this is commendable. The rotor is also blue and decorated with the brand's logos. The movement features perlage decoration and has a power reserve of up to 56 hours. The movement module of the wandering hours is very robust, and when you move the time forward and backwards, you don't have to worry about breaking the module or ruining the watch. Another big talking point is the case. As I mentioned, it's thin, made out of 904 stainless steel and made out of multiple parts. So Hype wanted to make it even more difficult for himself while designing this watch that he opted for a diameter of a mere 37mm. You can see how it looks on my 18.7cm wrist size. Very comfortable, and I love the look of it. An elegant size, which I think speaks to many out there. The Eclipse is kind of a futuristic dress watch if you recap it here. And the lugs are also a nod to classical watchmaking. If you follow the channel for a long time, you might know that I have a thing or two for unique lugs. And these are really cool. They're well finished, bead blasted on the top and sides, and mirror polished in the middle part. The way they achieve this finishing is actually by machining them separately. So the lugs are machined, finished, and afterwards screwed in from the inside of the case. They're not a monoblock design. And the side profile is just beautiful and organic, also due to this polished concave bezel. The crown isn't ordinary as well, featuring another twist. They so to speak redesigned the classic onion style crown. To me it looks like a perfect crown for a cabochon, and nice blue or gray sapphire would really fit here nicely. The cherry on top is the pin buckle, something many brands leave up to chance. Here is a design reflecting the whole watch, and if you couldn't guess the strap material, it's made out of fine ostrich leather. Another watch which I like from Beda'a is the Fortress, which I have the pleasure of showing you as well. A detail-oriented rectangular desk watch with a unique case and a layered dial. It features a double layer design. The first layer is frosted brass with a protective coating, while the second layer is enamel adorned with printed numerals. If the Beda'a Eclipse spoke to you and you want to purchase one, check the link in my video description below to get yours. They're gonna start sales on the 20th of August, so be sure to be quick. Definitely a fun and unique watch for 2000 Swiss francs. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you soon.